We have just seen rushes direct from Hollywood of pictures being released in the coming weeks. And we are proud to announce that this theater will soon bring you the greatest array of pictures ever to reach our screen. You'll see the finest stars in exciting performances. You'll thrill to the suspense, comedy, romance, and drama of world-famous stories. Here's a glimpse of a few of them coming to this theater soon.
Okay, you still have, unless you want to tap something else, we still have 4 stars in Studio Magic. Each one of those you can tap.
Can I assist? Can I give one of my successes to Flint since I'm a team player?
You could burn one of your successes to give Flint a D12. Say something inspiring.
It's like, come on, kid. He goes, we're not gonna go on tour if you blow it now.
I'll never kiss my second girlfriend.
Yes, kissing girls is exactly what you do.
And you get a success. Right. Barely a success for that, but we
all right, so you barely have a success. So unfortunately, you guys run pursued by the slug army in what is the best scene in this entire game. The slugs are going to spit at you. So I am going to need both of you to roll your dodge, which is your speed and evasion, with a bonus D8 due to range.
Speed and evasion, you said, right?
Yes, because you didn't get away cleanly, but you did get away.
I have 2 successes.
And a 7. Let's see which one of you rolls lower. What about you, Flint?
He rolls a 6.
Okay, Flint, they spit at you as you are running across the open field to the car. So you have a choice. Take the hit or dodge behind Leonard. Putting him at risk.
I love you, but, this is going to really mess with my bro cream, so you got to take it.
Oh my God! So Leonard, he run dodge. Leonard, I need you to make another roll of speed and evasion with a bonus D8. As Flint literally shoves you, like grabs you and pulls you between him and the slug. What a face heel turn!
I roll an 8 and a 4.
I am going to go ahead and boost your star power for that, Hugo, because that was a jerk move.
But yes, since I'm a slippery ferret, I'm like, nice move, like nice try, kid. He goes, you're not gonna get out of your 10% manager's fee that easily.
Meanwhile, we've got you sitting there in the car. James, as a sort of slug slither towards you. Are you gonna rendezvous with your friends, or just ditch them, or do something else?
I am trying to rendezvous to pick them up.
All right, I need you to make a roll of speed, will, and transport.
Oh boy! So
and you have D12 because you're a motorist.
Yeah. Let's see. So speed, will, and the transport. Hey, cool. That actually gives me an extra die. That's right. Bam. That is 1 success.
Yeah, so that's 1 success. So that's enough to get the car started, but one of the slugs will spit at you. I will need you to dodge.
Okay.
You will need, and you get a bonus D8 because you have the car for cover. And and when you're in a vehicle, you have no cap on your dodging skills because you're a motorist. You have.
Man, I have so much evasion. I'm just realizing this, right?
Birds get a sizable amount of that.
Yeah, just making sure I got this all right. Got Sparrow D8, Luck D6, Motorist D6 on evasion, and the extra D8. I'm good. Can't hit a moving object.
All right. You might actually survive this adventure.
Yeah.
We haven't killed anybody. We really should kill somebody.
Well, we've killed NPCs, and I've gotten real close.
All right. So yeah, what is it? But our body count's like what, 1?
And we killed a crap ton of aliens, so.
All right, so you'll go ahead and drive, and your friends will like leap over the slugs and get in there. Yeah, lucky character type gives evasion.
Oh, lucky character type. Sorry, you said luck, and I'm like, luck the gift?
No, he's lucky, which he
Okay.
also gave him the gift of luck.
That is a bit confusing. A gift
Little
and a
bit.
type are the same name.
We usually try to avoid that, yeah. But no, the lucky type gets evasion. It just misses me. So yeah, you guys will leap in the car and start. I guess you're driving away while the slug pursue you.
Yeah, I think that's currently the plan. I'm going to look to Flint and go, I can't do this without you. I need you in the band, man. Come on, we gotta play one more song. We gotta save everybody with music.
How's music gonna stop these creatures? They're a force of nature.
Well, apparently the magic base over here can lure him away like Peter Pan. So maybe we can like I don't know. Is there like a salt mine or something? Or yeah, is there a salt mine, rock salt mine, someplace we could just like lure them in and they could just fall in and get all zapped up with the salt mine? Or maybe we could like pile up a big bunch of rock salt somewhere and lure them in and then like dump it on them or something.
Well, yes, there would. There would be on near the highway. There would be the salt storage facility. And thank you, Aspina, for pointing out it's not Peter Pan, it's the Pied Piper.
Yes.
Whatever.
I mean, to be
But
fair,
okay,
Peter
okay.
Pan does lure children away. It is
Oh,
something he
Pied Piper.
does.
Pied
But yes,
Piper.
you could try to lure them to the salt.
There we
'Cause
go.
you have the salt silo where you store the salt that you use to salt the roads.
So there we go. We got it. So yeah, we'll lure
So
the
is
slug,
your goal to have one person driving the car while the other ones
plays the guitar, plays the bass.
You'll have to
plays the
give a
bass?
solo, Flint.
This is the
No,
worst
Griff, it was your bass playing that lured the slugs. Remember?
Yeah, but his deep dulcet tones.
But it was your combined musical talents that drew them all in initially. So
Yes.
if we have another duet at the salt factory, we can
Yeah.
definitely look together.
duet at the salt factory. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jim, we'll have to work together. Come on now.
That's our plan to save the town and the citizens. From the,
All right.
from the
Well,
slug
I
invasion.
need I guess Leonard is driving, so we're gonna have to need a roll of will and transport from Leonard. And then you guys are gonna have to do your will, presence, and performance.
Ah, gosh. I know he doesn't have any transport. I would wish I could transport and sing, but I don't know if you'll allow
rolled a
that.
6. I rolled a 6.
Ah,
I
you
rolled a
got it.
6.
You do not drive the car.
Off the road.
Off the road while we're doing this.
All right, so we got some will, and we got my singing. Here's your backup. You get your D12. Oh, we're not into like the slasher flick time period yet, are we? That's like 70s, 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, we're definitely 50s. So we already have no boobs. Low body
yeah,
count.
but still, we're again comparing us to the Blob. Blob had a larger kill count by the first 20 minutes than
We don't got
you
blob,
have.
we don't got blob budget.
Oh, you
I
can't.
guess to be
I'm
fair,
sorry. Are you saying you can't have Jello on screen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we
would
ran
we-
out of time.
we could have B-roll where we, like have nameless people attacked by slugs.
they already have been.
Yeah. So, well, the actually being killed. So yeah.
Mhm.
But definitely 1-star deduction for no boobs. So yeah, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. So yeah, meanwhile, you guys are at the radio station, Espina, down at the radio. But you'll hear reports of people saying, "Hey, do you guys hear some weird noises coming from the highway?" Yeah, but I guess Espina, you would probably just be sitting tight.
Yeah, I've written myself into the survival section, so I don't know what else to do.
I
This is
need
where
you
we're
to make
building the tension, and it's the double fake out.
I
Well-
need you to make a roll of mind and observation.
I think this is the thing is that were you guys not to survive or something like that, then I would come up with a backup plan of, put a
Oh,
radio
no.
on a car with an explosive on it so it would lure the queen out to whatever and blow it all up at once.
Oh no, this gets better because you're there on the radio, listening to it because you're like going through the bands. Where let me see if I can get this to work.
One might say it's a
Where
battle
you
of the
will hear
bands.
something that sound the radio bands.
No, joking.
I mean, because there's not much else to do when you were asked to man the radio, so you're turning the dials to listen to.
Except for the fact that we sealed this place tight so that not even a slug monster could get in.
That's the theory, but also there's nothing else to do but listen to the radio, so you might as well. And that's where it's going to get troubling, because you're going to hear a report that says, wait, something's coming in on this. Since you have a police radio, you have access to bands in the higher ranges, including emergency and military bands. And you will hear a report that says, this is General Mitchell calling from the Fort McNamara military base. We are ordering an atomic airstrike to be delivered to Pflugerberg immediately. It is imperative that we deploy a 40 kiloton explosive, no less than 40 kilotons at Pflugerberg to contain for containment against influences against the best nature of the United States. Authorization codes coming in now, and he starts reciting a bunch of random letters. Once again, atomic deployment on Pflugerberg.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the the stand, push the button down. This is Pflugerberg Sheriff's Department. Speaking to
How you
General
on it?
McNamara.
This is a secure line.
Yeah, just you and me. Secure. It's totally secure. What's the ETA on that atomic strike?
Oh, that's right. You're the police. So, can you give me a roll of will and deceit to convince us that you are indeed a police officer?
No.
Do you want to tap anything? You still have $4 of studio magic.
No.
What is this? This is a secure line. The police have been compromised.
The slugs don't talk.
Slugs. There'll be citizen. The radio man says, "Stay where you are. Don't let anyone inside. You'll be fine."
I just heard you say atomic strike. Just give me an ETA.
As long as you stay indoors and duck and cover, you'll be fine.
Look, I need to know how long my prayer should be. Give me an ETA.
Well, you probably should start saying them right now. We're gonna you should get off this line. This is not for civilians. They're gonna hang up and leave you there.
You can't
And
hang
Nelson's
up a
gonna come
radio
back.
line.
I mean, the line goes silent. Nelson says, "So, did you hear anything good on the radio? I think I finally got the last vent."
Yeah, we're gonna need to open that front door again.
What?
We gotta get out of here. They're gonna nuke us.
Well, I just double jointed it.
They're gonna nuke us. We gotta get out of here.
The Ruskies are gonna nuke us. I knew it.
Well, somebody is. I think it's really important at this point in time to discuss who is doing what now.
I'm glad I built that bomb shelter.
Where?
Out of those 2 bathtubs.
Oh yeah, let's forget about that for right now.
And then painted it with all that lead paint. That'll keep the radiation out. All right, so the 2 of you go to dismantle the front door. Downtown Pflugerberg is remarkably free of slugs. There's also a strange resonant frequency in the air that actually seems to have a beat you could dance to.
I don't know anything about that. Thank God no one's
Uh,
talked about that on the radio this whole time.
What's our plan to get out of here?
Well, I mean, we have a car that's untouched by the slugs.
All right. Let's see. They left that in the motor pool, but we can dismantle the door to get out of here. They locked our car in the garage, but we're just going to go ahead and tear down the door and get out of here. I mean, we both have craft, right?
Yeah, we're both mechanics.
Okay. I'll assist you for a bonus D12. I need you.
How
to make
about
a
I
roll.
assist you for a bonus D12?
Um,
You're the main
good plan.
mechanic, and I'm a team player.
Good plan. I only roll 2 successes though. So we will dismantle the garage door and get in the garage just in time to see some some military vehicles pulling up. Do you want to stay and talk to the military?
No. No, they one know that there's somebody at the police station operating the radio, and two,
All right.
I know they're bombing us.
I need you to make a roll of speed, mind, and transport to get the hell out of here.
Oh, Nelson, you drive. You're better at
What?
this. You're better at this.
Can you make a roll of speed, mind, and transport to assist me?
I'm a team player, so sure.
You are a team player, so you tell me how to get out of here. But they're the military. We should stay and talk to them, he says.
Oh, we don't want to stop. They're going to be setting up roadblocks. Also, I don't know why they're even in town. They're going to bomb Halloween soon.
Yeah, so you only roll 1 success. So you start to drive away, and the Jeep starts to pursue you. A person on the bullhorn says, "Stop! We are the U.S. military."
I'll shout back, "Someone cut our brakes!"
Take a roll of will and deceit. Quiet one. What does quiet give you again? I forget.
Quiet
Skills.
gave me evasion, observation, and presence.
Okay. All right. Someone cut our brakes. You are in violation of martial law. Nelson's driving the car. Martial law? What did we do?
I don't know who that is. Just keep driving. Just keep driving, Nelson.
All right. Keep driving.
Put your foot to the gas. And don't stop.
There is a ricochet noise. They're shooting at us.
In the back of my mind, I'm thinking it's better to be shot than nuked, but at the same time, that's probably not true, because the nuke is probably faster.
The nuke is probably... We missed you, Theta.
I mean, yeah, do you want to stop and not get shot to death, which is probably super painful and longer term, or just get blasted in radiation?
Do you have any special abilities you can employ to help Nelson evade the military police?
Other than the fact I'm a team player, I'm a coward.
Right. Well, if you're a team player, so what do you want to do? Advise him places to go, look for ways to escape using observation.
Yeah.
Yell at them.
Yeah, I'll look for ways to dodge, because I mean we are mechanics, so maybe we can outmaneuver a Jeep with our Roadster or what our.
You do have a 1930s hot rod. You are designed more for. They're designed for off-road. You're designed for speed.
Right. So we have better turning, whatever. I've literally seen this in Burn Notice once, and I can't remember what they said.
Well, you'd have better turn radius and better speed. You might want to take to the highway. Plus, also you have local knowledge of the city.
Right.
So why don't you roll your speed and observation? Because I'm a terrible driver.
But you're still a better driver than I am.
Okay, so this is where we're going to have an exciting moment here. So you three, Team Rock Band, are driving along the highway, and you've successfully driven to the salt depository, where you have a long conga line of slugs approaching your beautiful musical number, throwing themselves into that giant dome-shaped bunker. I can only imagine what the smell is.
And it's the hit song, Things Are Going Crazy. from earlier
Make it go
before.
crazy. Remixed with a heavy bass tone.
Yeah.
When coming down the highway is a 1930s hot rod being pursued by a military police vehicle. And that's when Nelson's going to say, oh my God, look out, the road's full of an ocean of slugs.
Does this town only have one road in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the highway. Everything connects to the highway.
Everything connects to local Route 14.
Well, apparently you could just go off-road into the cane fields, but they are an off-road vehicle, so it wouldn't behoove us.
So, do you want to try and go through the slugs? Do you want to stop and get out of the car? Do you want to try and... Looks like we're going to have to jump.
So boss hog it.
What do you want to do?
I gotta go around the slugs somehow. We can't
Okay.
go off-road because they're an off-road vehicle. They'll get the advantage. And I mean,
Alright, so
clearly can't plow through all the slugs. That would be horrible.
I guess you could frantically look for a service road if you want to try that.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's mine observation. Hey, I got a success. Hey, I got 2 successes. All right. So you will frantically turn the car and drive not through the slug wave, but near the slug wave. I'm going to need everybody in the car to make rolls of speed and evasion with a bonus D8.
All right, let's do it.
That's and by everyone in the car, that's you and Nelson.
Let's see.
Oh, I mean that's Espino.
Um,
Meanwhile,
there
the
you
guy,
go.
Does that include
guys-
my coward or non-combat?
no, go ahead and put those in there. If you tap coward, that means you become panicked. And when you're panicked, you can't assist people.
All right, well, I'll just use the non-combatant then.
Just use a non-combatant for right now. You can roll, decide you don't like it, and tap panic.
Well, I got 4 successes. I'm good try.
Okay.
Double 7s.
All right. Well, your car is hit because, but not you. So your car is spat on by a bunch of, and Nelson's driving. So when Nelson runs over a slug that doesn't tap your non-combatant, good job. So you managed to go through a few of them and go off on the service road. The military guys who are pursuing you, however, wind up in the thick of the slugs. But the slugs were really shitty. Unless you guys want to tap some of the studio magic and make the slugs do more damage to the military police.
It would
Yeah.
mean he gets a clean escape, which is hilarious.
I mean, also, this would be the scene that
moment.
really shows off how deadly the slugs could be.
Yes. We actually will have them attack the military and be more effective.
This is another scene they're going to make us cut out of the movie for the 50s cut and we'll restore
Yeah.
in the 70s cut.
We're gonna be pissed.
Well, no,
We're
they'll
gonna
pay
pay-
real
literally-
homage to it in the 80s cut.
There will literally be a military representative comes and says, "Sorry, this makes the U.S. military look bad. You're gonna have to cut this out."
This scene is anti-American.
Because General Mitchell is already, he's has scene of regret where it's like, well, we can't stop the slugs. We're going to have to bomb the entire city. But yeah, they'll get stuck. Their wheels will get stuck in sludge. Their vehicle will tip over, and then we'll have scenes of slime is dissolving us. It's all horrifying and grisly. But then you guys keep playing your rock music, so the slugs will eventually slither off.
In fact,
Congratulations.
That's when the military people realize that the slugs are being really affected by this music.
Congratulations. You've all been reunited and the slugs have all been killed.
Somewhere in the distance, there's like a soldier like climbing over the top of his like flipped over car. He's like, "Staff Sergeant, listen to this."
Sir,
Hey.
there may be something, sir.
Hey, Barry, you know that new sound you've been looking for?
Or here it is. It's the sound of slugs. So yeah. So all right. So you're all together and you've killed all the slugs. I suppose That's put a pretty bow on it and ended the adventure, huh?
Yeah, there's definitely nothing that we forgot. Nothing at. Oh my gosh, what is that over there?
Well, I mean, this is the era where movies would end on a question mark. Literally, you could.
Well, except you had the. I mean, I'm just. You got
I
the
know.
reveal
That's what I'm
with the
saying. That the
giant-
camera would pan back to the sugarcane plant, and you'd see this giant slug tentacle come off the top of something. The end? Question mark.
So the military tried to arrest you. They're planning on bombing the city, and there's a giant slug monster in the sugarcane plant in the outskirts of the city. Armed with this knowledge, what to look for if you do, or 5 of you since Nelson's here.
We let them in on our plan to lure them into the salt factory, and
Well, yeah, they're all dead, but the whatever that queen monster was, it didn't come with them.
He's gonna folk into the song, not since he's the lead vocalist, and baby, 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 there's a giant slug at the kingpin.
Kid, what the hell are you doing? Shut the fuck up.
wow.
This isn't the time to
But-
sing.
Look, Flint, we did it. We got rid of all of these slugs. But if what they're saying is true, we gotta stop the nuke. And if we can stop these things, we can do anything together. You and me.
Kid, you're gonna get yourself killed. This isn't the time to fight the power.
Well, okay,
Well,
at
we
this
gotta
point-
put a stop to it somehow.
at
Here's
this
what
point,
here's what you
we're-
do. You turn your radio off on your car. You go to the sugarcane plant. You lure the big thing out. You put a brick on your gas pedal and aim your car back towards town. Tie your steering wheel so your car don't drift.
Well,
and
you
do you
guys
just
were
get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here?
we were there already.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
you
you
were
guys
there
were
when you-
heading towards it.
yeah, no. They were there when they played the music. All the slug creatures followed you, but the giant one did not come with the rest of them.
It might not be able to move.
Well, it might be in the blast wave of the nuke. So
So, do you want to drive away, leaving the
No,
city to its fate?
No, I want to. I want to go to the general and tell him like there's a way to stop this thing without nuclear weapons. We just have to drop a giant pile of salt on the
Then
queen.
you'd have to go to the McNamara Research Facility,
how far away
which
is that?
fortunately,
Let's
since
blow
Rockford-
this town.
It's right
to
over there.
Let's go, kids. Let's go, boys.
No,
We
let's
got no
go.
time to waste.
Look, James, they hate you here. They hate me here. We might as well just go somewhere else.
All right, so you've got 3 cars. Who's going to the research facility?
I will.
I'll
And of
go.
course, I mean,
James and Leo go. Are you going, Flint?
Yeah, I'll go with James.
And what about you, Espina?
I feel like this is the scene where where I look back at complete safety. I could get out alive. No one would know. Probably my donkey friend is like waving me. Come on, let's go, let's go. I was like, Jesus,
now you
These
step up.
fucking kids. And I jump in the back of whatever car is nearest to me.
Yeah.
All right,
Into the party
Nelson
wagon.
will drive away, but I'm going to go ahead and raise Theta's likability because of that. And you drive off to the McNamara research facility. When you get there, it is a military base, so there is a front gate. How are you going to get past the gate?
Tell them
At the gate,
this.
there's a little, what do you call those boxes the people guards sit in? Those pill boxes?
Pillboxes.
Well, pill boxes
Yeah.
is something you would fire from. You're just on like a guard
A
post.
guardhouse is pretty.
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
Guardhouse,
guardhouse,
thank
maybe.
you. There is a guardhouse with 1 guard inside it.
Well,
I just want to lean
well,
forward to the front seat and say, guys, I heard this on the radio. Give them this following combination of numbers.
Okay.
If anyone wants to try and use a will and deceit roll, I will give you a bonus D12 because you're being assisted.
Well, I'm telling them the string of numbers that you recited at the end of the radio broadcast about the
Right.
nuke.
So who wants to
I
bluff their
will,
way
I
past
will,
the guard?
I will do it.
Will and
Yeah,
deceit with a
Montgomery.
bonus D12.
They'll have to believe you.
There
Oh,
you go. 2 successes.
the guy's going to flip through the book and says, well, that's the nuclear launch code. That doesn't make any sense.
Why do you have a
But
book
wait,
that has the
that's
nuclear launch code in it at the guard post?
I know, it's kind of a plot hole, isn't it?
I mean, that means you could launch the nuke.
It's all right.
Really?
All the
Wow.
military uses exactly one code.
I've been in this box this entire time. But anyway, the first few numbers of that, well, it sounds serious, and the first few of that is like I'll let you guys in. That's weird that you would know that code because normally they would have told me that code, so I would know not to be sitting in the stupid guardhouse in case the atomic bomb was coming.
I guess all day's full of surprises, isn't it?
They let you onto the military base. The military base is a little quiet. It's like there's only a token guard here.
Yeah.
Do you want to head? I'd say you head to the command center. Do any of you know anything about military bases?
Probably not.
I
The
saw one in a
adults-
movie that I played once.
The adults might know something.
Mom threatened me with military school.
So are you going to go to the command center, or are you going to go to the radio center? Do you want to like go to the armory and steal some guns? What do you want to do?
No, we'll go to whatever the command. Well, actually, we asked the guard where the command center is.
He'll point you there, and you guys will drive in and get to the command center. Unfortunately, when you get there, so you'll get in the command center, and when you go in the door, I'm not sure which one of you goes in first, but you will see that there is an eagle here, and he is frantically packing up a few things. When you come in, he points a pistol at you. Says, "Who are you? How did you get on this base?"
All right, we run them through the whole bit. We're from the town. Slugs are invading. A nuclear strike not necessary. All you need is a bunch of salt. So we need to talk to the head honcho in charge.
What's the
I'm
ETA?
in charge here. I'm General Mitchell.
What's the ETA?
We've only got 15 minutes to get to safe blast range.
Can you call
You
the
gotta
birds
call
back?
it off.
Oh,
Why
gee.
would I call them back? We have to stop this menace before it totally envelops the United States.
But we know how to stop it. Just take a look down the road.
How can you? We don't even know how to stop it. We're the
And
U.S. military. Look at
and
you. You're a bunch of punk musicians hopped up on goofballs.
That's right. We defeated with the power of music, is what we
No
did.
one with a haircut like that would be able to know power of music. I've never heard such stupidity.
And
Get out
I'm
of my
like,
way.
well, I have a negotiation skill, so can
Well,
I
what do you
just
want to
try?
say to General Mitchell?
Well, no, like I
You
said,
gotta
I'm just
make it you gotta make the argument, I think.
well, I'm like, look at us. Like, we obviously escaped the town. I go, look at the car. It's obviously been attacked by slugs. So obviously we know what we're talking about. Come on, be reasonable. Do you really want the New York Times to have a headline tomorrow saying American town nuked by U.S. military?
I'll let you roll will in negotiation. Who else wants to throw in to help?
You know what? I'm a team player, so I'm going to roll as well just to see if I get to assist.
All right, because you also said some as far Espina, I think you just want to leave town, right?
Hey, you get a
Yeah.
D12.
My over-under is not getting nuked.
Espina, do you just want to ditch everyone else, make a speed and evasion roll, and get the hell out of here?
No, I mean, if that was the case, I just would have gotten in the car with the donkey.
Yeah.
So I get the extra bonus.
You get an extra D12. Jimmy is a team player.
Yep.
Ooh, what a success.
All right, so that's 3 successes on the roll to sway me. It's like, so you think you know how to defeat these unstoppable monsters?
I'm like, I absolutely do, sir. Like, you know the story of the what was it, Pied Piper? You know, my two boys here were lured. Well, actually, no, we can't do that. We already did that.
Well,
Actually,
you might
no.
have successfully lured all the slug monsters away, but unless we find the slug queen,
Well, I'm like, this is a military base. Don't you have like an airplane or something? Can't we just load it up with some salt and just like
Flint, didn't you
don't-
say you saw a really big one?
Yeah, that was in
the
the
sugarcane factory?
floor of the Alhambra sugarcane plant.
well, then we'd have to somehow destroy the slug queen. If you could tell us where it was, we could try to have the bomb diverted there instead.
There you go. But we don't need a
Yeah,
nuclear bomb. You can just drop some salt on it.
What? Salt?
Yes, salt. Regular salt. You never been gardening, General? You're not married? Don't you use salt to get rid of your gardening slugs? These things work on the same principle. Come on, man. Every pure-blooded American knows salt kills slugs. And I break the fourth wall saying that.
Yeah, salt kills slug. Wait, so these monsters are like our common terrestrial slugs.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, no, never thought of that.
So all
Well,
we need is to jury rig one of these bombs with a crap ton of rock salt and drop it right into the sugarcane factory, and I'm pretty sure it's going to solve all our problems.
It's hopeless. Unfortunately, the radio here has already been partially dismantled. I would need to put it back together in time. There's no way I could do that.
We
How
have a
far away?
mechanic.
Wait. How far away is town?
Where you came in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We could rush back to town. The radio at the police station.
You
Bomb
could
drops in
indeed do
5.
that. Do you want to get back in your cars and hot rod back down to town?
With
We sure do.
5 minutes to spare to try and call back the nuclear bomber.
We probably should just
But-
try to fix the radio.
You probably
Alright,
should, but that wouldn't
no,
be
it's more-
that wouldn't make
no.
for a good movie watching. We
That's
need a
right.
high speed chase countdown sort of scenario.
Yes, exactly.
All right, yeah, we got to go in there and flag the people who are standing around to tell
Yeah.
them to stop the bomb.
All right.
This is
do you all pile
literally
in one-
this is literally where the soundtrack kicks in.
Do you all pile into one car, or do you drive your own cars?
I got mine, and I don't think anyone else is in any other cars at this point.
All right, you're all in one car. All right. Well, I need you to go ahead and make a high-speed drive back to town. That's going to be a roll of speed and transport. If anyone else wants to assist rolling their mind and observation, they can do that.
All right, I'm set up and ready to go. Just waiting to see how the assistants go. That's D8.
No, it's a D12.
Ooh, hey, an extra D12.
You're making a heroic effort to save the town, so I will improve your opinion dice because everyone proves of heroes over just ditching town.
Exactly.
I'm absolutely no help to you.
Well, I mean, unless you're like in the movie Slither, which could be another example of this, where
Inflict
the
Slither
survivors
is
D8,
abandon
I
town.
believe.
That's a dark movie.
It's a great movie.
It is.
1, 2, 3.
Also, another Night of the Creeps example of is it going for the mouth?
Ugh.
Ugh.
You will race back to the police station where there is a working radio, and of course with Officer Mitchell here in tow. Of course, you can fit all 5 of you in a 1930s roadster. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, easily.
And then you need to get the radio tuned. I believe the person who has the correct frequency is Espina. So that would be a roll of speed, academics, and a bonus D12 because you've done it before.
hmm
Oh, and a bonus D8 because the military officer is here. So that's a success. So the military officer will tell them we need to call off the bomb. Instead, we need to get we don't need we need you to drop a salt bomb. What's the thing is a salt bomb? We need you to drop a smaller bomb on the Alhambra sugarcane plant.
Well, they just need to do that thing that crop dusters do, just with
Yeah.
salt.
Exactly. We just do a giant cargo plane with salt and just pour it off
Yeah,
the back.
like a transport plane does during a fire.
Yeah.
Then that's indeed what they will do. They will go ahead and drop one on the sugarcane plant. And that, of course, will have the great scene of where, the military will have the giant bomber with propeller planes, even though this is the 50s, would come by and then open up its bay, and then all this salt would come out, and it would all land on this monster, and it would, wah! And it would die and melt, and it would be all gooey and gross and disgusting.
Yeah, but that way we could also use stock footage of bombers or cargo planes dropping water over forest fires.
Right, that's
Indistinct,
exactly what
no
we do.
difference.
It's exactly what we do. That's I like the way you think.
Yeah.
So yes, so congratulations, the town has been saved by the horrible slug monsters.
You mean from
and-
the?
That's a wrap, guys.
So yes, so everyone will applaud, and the mayor is going to go ahead and present you kids with the key to the city. What was the name of your rock band again?
Flint, you named it earlier. Quick, what was it again?
I don't
Flint and the
remember.
somethings.
Yeah,
Flint,
Flint
and the
and the-
Stones. Please let it be
Flint and the-
Flint and the Stones.
It
Flint
could
and
be the Stones.
It
Yep,
was
there
like
you go.
the Silver Tones or something like that. But yeah, Flint and the Stones. So yeah, So you'll sing a rousing musical number over the closing credits, and congratulations. Except, of course, for the camera to move into Cone River, the only location that we didn't visit, which, of course, will show the atomic barrels of nuclear waste that have been put in the Cone River, which caused the horrible mutation in the first place.
Oh no, there's gonna be a sequel.
Yep.
A cheap sequel reusing all the footage from the first one.
Yeah, the sequel, and we filmed in Mexico. So but we'll still call it the Midwest. I didn't know there were so many cacti in the Midwest. Excuse me.
Little known fact.
Chaparral. Or chaparral. So yeah, I think that is actually a good note to end our movie on, which still doesn't have a title. So I guess we would have to call it
I think we call it like Invasion from Mars or something. Or that's why I joked earlier.
Slug
No.
Love.
Slug Love.
Slug Party Crashers.
Slug Crashers.
Slug Crashers. There you go. Slug Crashers.
There we go. Slug Crash. The movie's gonna be released under several different names because we'll have the 50s cut, and then we'll get banned for the horrible, gratuitous violence of the exploding slugs, as well as your gam showing.
No, just call it Slime.
So
The movie's name is Slime after the slug trails.
There you
Also
go.
the fact that they
Trail
spit.
of Trail of the Slime Monsters.
Yeah.
Or Night of
We
the
have to have rock
Slugs.
in the. We have to have music in the name because we're recording the awesome rock music.
Yeah, everyone's got to know it's musical.
I was a teenage slime monster. We'll sell the movie under 5 different titles, but it's all the same. Yeah, I'm a genius.
Yeah, we'll get people to see it
Attack
5
of the Teenage
times.
Slime, Attack of the Teenage Slime Monsters. Even though we don't know what age the slimes were, it's got teen, it's got slime monsters, and it's got attack, sir. It hits all the.
The slugs were hitting puberty.
The sad part is we can't call it Slime Monsters because there's already a movie called The Slime Monsters, and it's really bad. It was on Mystery Science Theater.
Oh no.
It's also another movie where things are defeated with table salt. So because apparently that's a thing. So congratulations. Let's go ahead and Theta, what was your motto?
Time to clear the sidewalk.
That's indeed what you guys did, although with a big bomb. So I will give you 1 experience point for that. And Arcaloid, what was your motto?
It wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
That's also true. So there's a point for you, bad boy, who denies everything. You're one of the least convincing bad boys that we have. Speaking of bad boys, Griffin, what was your motto?
Follow your star.
Definitely a point for you. And Hugo?
Woo!
The show must go on.
It did indeed. So it's a point for you. So
Yeah.
this was the inaugural playtest of it came from the drive-in. We went ahead and put in the star power thing, which we're basically doing is you can redeem that for 1 free success on a roll or some other things later. What did you think of this new system?
I think it's always entertaining to give players a tool to like change the narrative a little bit. Obviously, like you don't want to stretch that too far because like we have a theme, we have things going on, and we do need to reach like a climax that like makes some sense, right?
Well, I'd like to make
we use it pretty strategically here.
Yep, a roll for the end of the movie to determine our movie's rating. And our movie has earned 3 stars thanks to the solid performances. People responded well to Arcaloid's smolder and sense of humor, to Griffin's chemistry, and Hugo was especially a breakout as a character star. Sadly, Theta, your star power dwindled. You rolled a 1. And the movie itself is roundly thought to be that even though you actors saved the movie, the movie also rolled a 1. So my movie bombed. Everyone blames me for the terrible script.
I mean,
Sometime
to be
in
fair,
the 2010s.
to be fair to my character, this was a teenage horror comedy, right? That halfway through features this old person who does nothing really to advance the plot, but gets a lot of screen time for some reason. Thumbs
We actually
down.
never saw you in the studio. You just filmed on different days.
Yeah, all the camera shots seem to have been different backgrounds from everyone else when I was put in. My
So
my publicist really pushed for me to get in the movie, but I only showed up late.
So my movie only gets 2 out of 5 stars. That's my fault. So, especially because I could, promote my movie anytime I want. So, there we go. So I'll just go ahead and make a note of your star power. Still, Theta is up there with a D10. Arclight is a D10. Griffin is sadly only at a D8 at present. And
Yeah.
and
Wait,
but
I
it's
thought
not a
it went back up because of the last scene. It went
yeah, and then
down
went
and then
back
it
down
went back
again.
up, so it should be a D10 now, right?
Okay, but it went back down
Well, it
again.
doesn't matter. Okay, and it went back down.
And Hugo is currently a D12, so Hugo's our currently most bankable star. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put a lot of notes in here how to use this kind of stuff to enhance the experience, especially about buying lots and sort of structure. We also talked about the idea of possibly rotating the different roles. So if somebody else wanted to take the role of director and run the next adventure while somebody else sat in the role of actor, that's something for you guys to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be kind of interesting.
that could actually be an interesting alternate rule to be like, hey, to spice it up, like you could decide like every movie, everyone just switches their job and
Yeah,
assumes
so
a different role in the studio or something. If you want to go the studio route, if you're not just filming a movie and
well,
just
I
acting as
wouldn't
it.
mind if one of you wants to try running a bad B movie.
So that
Yeah,
could be
something to think
fun.
about there.
And especially if you want to do a different flavor, such as something 70s or 80s. Although Theta is scaring me with all the slither and squirm
Yeah.
reference. Next, we bring up humanoids from the deep, which is totally nightmare fuel.
Oh, was
So
that the ripoff movie?
it's a ripoff movie. Yeah, it's one of the most gruesome movies you will ever see.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. And there's a series of 3 different movies that are like Abyss type movies. That one rips
Oh no,
off the
humanoids
other,
from
and
the,
then one rips off the other.
yeah, humanoids from the deep predates Abyss. It's a horrible splatter fest of a movie. It's a video nasty. So everybody gets a second experience point for just being the debriefing. So that's 2 points.
Hooray!
Yay.
Are there
So
goals in this one?
other than that, I want to thank everybody for showing up. We are still working on. We're actually finishing up Urban Jungle. We are putting the finishing touches on Astounding Science, which we play tested earlier, and then pretty soon we'll follow that with Drive-In. Corals, Book of Corals for Ironclaw is still also in production. I want to thank my staff for working on that. Kaida and Ruse are leading that, and I'm doing art direction, so that's going all right. And Abyss is currently in Kickstarter. Boy, are we busy people. Abyss is currently in Kickstarter for unique rewards. It is an action horror game, which we'll be hyping more about pretty soon. And of course, we haven't forgotten, folks. We just did a big update on Vital Hearts, and we're about to do another one based on your feedback. That's also going to be done. So, a lot of pokers in the fire, but it's or irons, but it's going to be pretty done pretty soon. 2020 was an interesting year.
Yeah.
So, anything else that we got to hype?
Did you hype your Abyss?
Yeah, we already talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Okay, good.
Are we
Make
doing
sure
a
we got
game
that
after
one.
this tonight?
Yes, we have Dungeons & Dragons coming up, where we are setting up for a new Session 0. Come and see us and see what we get up to.
All right.
All right, then.
Thanks, everybody.